how to speed up your WordPress website.
If your WordPress site feels, well, a little sluggish, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down website performance using a really simple but powerful model you see here, the optimization pyramid. It's all about tackling the most important things first to get the biggest speed boosts. So, let's dive in. But first, why should we even care this much? We all get that a slow website is bad, but just how bad are we talking? Let's try to put a real number on it. What does a single solitary second of waiting actually cost you? And there's our number. A 1 second delay, just one, can cause a 7% drop in conversions. Seriously, think about what that means. That's fewer sales, fewer people signing up for your newsletter, just a weaker connection with your audience, period. And it gets worse. Site speed is a massive factor for Google's rankings. And let's be honest, a slow site just feels unprofessional, right? It breaks trust before a visitor even reads a single word you've written. Okay, so how do we fix this? We start right at the bottom of our pyramid. This is the most critical piece of the whole puzzle, the foundation. This is all about your web hosting, and let me tell you, it is absolutely non-negotiable if you want a fast website. Here's the best way to think about it. Your web host is the engine in your car. I mean, you can have the slickest paint job and the best tires in the world, but if you've got a weak little engine under the hood, you are never, ever gonna win the race. Everything else we're gonna talk about is just tuning it up. It can't fix a fundamentally slow engine. Now, for most of us, this comes down to two main choices. On the left, you've got shared hosting. Yeah, it's cheap, but it's cheap because you're splitting the server's power and its performance with dozens, sometimes even hundreds of other websites. So if one of their sites suddenly gets a ton of traffic, your site can slow right down to a crawl. But on the right, you've got managed WordPress hosting. This is a server environment built from the ground up specifically for WordPress. It's faster, it's more secure, and the support team actually knows what they're talking about. The bottom line is, investing a little more in a better foundation pays off everywhere else. All right, moving on up to the next layer of our pyramid, we've got the framework. Now that our engine is solid, we need a lightweight, efficient body for our car. And for a WordPress site, that means your theme and your plugins. Your theme is literally the blueprint for your entire site. The default WordPress themes are actually a fantastic place to start because they're built for pure speed. If you need a bit more flexibility, themes like Astra or GeneratePress are famous for being super lean and fast. The number one rule here, avoid those do-it-all themes that are packed with every feature you can possibly imagine. They load up tons of code you'll probably never use, and that will just drag your site down. And now for the other half of the framework, plugins. Plugins. It is so important to remember this. Every single plugin you add brings more complexity. That's more code that has to load, more little jobs for your server to do, and, yep, another potential security risk. It's always a trade-off between getting that cool new feature and keeping your site fast. So what do? You gotta be ruthless. If you're not using a plugin, get rid of it. Not just deactivate it, delete it. Try to consolidate where you can. Why use 3 different plugins for SEO when one great one can do the job? And here's a pro tip for you. Before you install a new plugin, run a speed test. Then install it and run another one. That will tell you exactly how much that shiny new feature is costing you in performance. Okay, with a solid foundation and a lean framework, it's time to move up to layer 3, the content. This is all the stuff you actually upload to your site, your images, your videos, your text, and believe me, one of these has a much, much bigger impact on speed than all the others. Just take a look at this. On your average web page, a full 50% of the total download size comes from images alone. That's right, half. All the code, all the scripts, all the custom fonts, they often weigh less than just the pictures. That tells us exactly where we need to focus our attention next. And really, this is the big takeaway here. If you want to make a huge, immediate difference in your site speed, optimizing your images is the lowest hanging fruit. It gives you the biggest reward for your effort. It's the single most effective thing you can do at this content level, bar none. So how do we actually do it? Well, it's a pretty simple 3-step process. First, resize your images before you upload them. Please don't upload a massive 4,000 pixel photo just to show it in a tiny 300 pixel box on your site. Step 2, compress it. This shrinks the file size without really hurting the quality. And third, use a modern format like WebP. It just offers way better compression than old-school JPEGs and PNG. And here we are, at the very top of the pyramid, the delivery. Our site is built on a solid foundation, it's got a lean framework, and our content is all optimized. This final layer is all about using technology to deliver that content to your visitors as fast as humanly possible. Think of these as the afterburners. Our first accelerator is caching. You hear this term all the time, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Instead of making WordPress build your page from scratch every single time someone visits, caching just takes a picture, a snapshot, of the finished page and serves that instead. It's basically the difference between cooking a meal from scratch versus grabbing a delicious pre-made one right out of the fridge. And you can really see the difference it makes. Without caching, your server is like a stressed-out chef, running around the kitchen, grabbing all the ingredients, cooking everything from scratch for every single customer. It's exhausting. With caching, the meal is already perfectly made. The server just has to hand over the finished plate. The speed difference is just night and day. And getting started is super easy. There are amazing plugins like WP Rocket. It's a paid one, but it's incredibly powerful. Or there are great free options like W3 Total Cache. Even better, remember that good managed host we talked about in Layer 1? A lot of them have super high performance caching already built right in at the server level, and that is the fastest option of all. Okay, our second accelerator is a CDN, which stands for Content Delivery Network. Imagine your website's main server is located in New York. If someone from, say, Japan visits your site, that data has to travel halfway across the planet. A CDN solves this problem by placing copies of your site's files, like your images, on servers all over the world. So that visitor from Japan gets the files from a server in Tokyo, not all the way from New York. It closes the distance. And the benefits are just huge. As you can see here, it dramatically cuts down the load time for your international visitors. It also takes a ton of strain off your main server because the CDN is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And as a nice little bonus, it adds an extra layer of security. It's a win-win-win situation, really. So let's put this all together. Here it is, your WordPress speed checklist based on our pyramid. At the foundation, invest in great hosting. For the framework, choose a lean theme and do a ruthless plugin audit. For the content, make sure you resize, compress, and convert your images. And finally, for delivery, flip on caching and use a CDN. If you tackle these 4 things, I promise you will have a dramatically faster website. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. Your website is your hardest working employee. It's on the job 24/7, it never takes a vacation, and it's interacting with your customers all day, every day. So the real question is it performing at its absolute best, or is it secretly holding your business back?